filming.
Oh.
Do you realize that I had the camera on, dude?
Are you kidding me?
No.
Oh my gosh.
I put the camera on thinking, okay, I'm just gonna go there, grab a drink of water, come back, and that's what we got. I'm gonna put this on the video.
Oh gosh. All right, guys. All right, guys. Let's clean up our act.
I think people need to hear you singing. So
oh my God.
It's gonna go on the video, sorry.
Anyways, hi guys. I'm Gene Della Sala, as you know, president of Audioholics. And today we're here with
Hugo Rivera, Vice President of Marketing. So Gene, what is this? What are you doing here, man?
Well, I'm here to talk about the smallest device we've ever reviewed. And it's not my phone. It is these new RBH EP-SB wireless headphones.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, this is, I'm telling you, man, this is pretty impressive technology. I'm normally not a big fan of earphones to begin with. I don't like sticking things in my ears, you know, with wax and all that other stuff, and just not comfortable usually. But also, I'm not a big fan of Bluetooth usually.
Yeah, I know. I mean, how can Bluetooth go ahead and deliver the amount of fidelity that we're looking for?
Well, here's the thing. It's Bluetooth 4, which is the latest protocol.
Okay.
But it uses aptX technology. It's a CSR protocol. The aptX technology inside of it, it allows for 4 times the bandwidth of standard Bluetooth.
Oh, wow.
So it's, you know, it gives you, they're claiming on the website of CSR that it's up to 20 kilohertz.
All right. Wow.
And do you know how it does that?
No.
It's basically a very efficient compression algorithm.
Okay.
Okay, it claims to be near lossless.
Okay.
And let me tell you, man, this is not like the Bluetooth in your car where the audio drops
the audio
out.
is just dropping and it's like bad.
Yeah, and like the original Bluetooth in the car, you're lucky if it has about 5 or 6 kilohertz of bandwidth. I'm telling you, these earphones have incredible highs and the bass. And that's what's really interesting about this is RBH didn't just, use the DSP for the Bluetooth. They had some extra MIPS left over to do some DSP processing to the driver.
Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah, like we've reviewed the EP1 wired headphones, which have a 13 millimeter driver. It's a huge driver for an in-ear, tons of bass, good sound. These things only have a 6 millimeter driver.
Wow.
And you would think, hey, you're not going to get as much bass. But because the DSP and how the designers of RBH EQ'd the driver, I'm telling you, you get extended deep bass out of these things. They're tight.
Interesting.
Yeah, and it's just, I was like, wow, I couldn't believe the fidelity out of such a little thing.
So you can actually assign a bassaholic rating to this thing, huh?
In a sense, yeah, it's a micro bassaholic rating. But yeah, I mean, and
awesome.
You could tune the sound to your liking. I'm sure when you open the pouch, what did you see when you opened the pouch?
Yeah, a lot of tips actually, no?
Yeah. The standard blue tips, they're an open cell foam. When I initially put those on, I was like, oh, I don't like the sound of these headphones. The bass was kind of weak. There wasn't much isolation. But in reality, RBH recommends you use those tips if you're working out, or if you're anywhere you don't want to have noise isolation, especially if you're jogging or something. You don't want to get hit by a car because you're listening to ground control to Major Tom. But I would switch over to the T500s.
Sounds like Terminator stuff.
The new Terminator movie. That's it. It's the new Cyberdyne's model. But the T500s are closed cell foam, so they give a much better coupling to your ear. They also provide a lot more noise isolation. I think it's rated for like 15 dB of noise isolation, but I'm telling you, when I put those in, I can't hear anything on the outside.
Wow. How does it feel on the ear? Does it feel pretty good, or?
Yeah, these are very light. These are like the lightest weight earphones, especially wireless, that I've seen. So you don't really feel them too much in. What I do as a little trick is I roll them before you put them in. So that way, it's like when you put in earbuds, earplugs. You stick them in and then they just expand into your ear and they make a good fit. They also have a little module that you can put on to strap it around your ear to give you more support if you need it. I didn't really use them. I mean, they're there. It's an accessory in there. So, the sound quality, like I said, I put on Spotify. I was listening to music today, as you saw, and you don't even know you're listening to wireless headphones.
Well, I saw also something very interesting. It looks to bring like a microphone with it, no?
It does. It's funny because I paired it with my Samsung Galaxy S5, which is right here. And I was like, let's see how the sound quality is when I make a call. So I called my wife downstairs. And she's talking to me, and she's like, wow, you have really good reception, sounds clear. I go, well, I'm not using the speakerphone, because in my opinion, the speakerphone on the S5 is the weakest link on that phone. it distorts, but that's another topic to discuss. But just using the mic on the RBHs here, I was able to walk around our 6,000 cubic foot room, perfect signal. I even went downstairs into my daughter's bedroom, which is at like 50 feet away at least. And these are rated to 10 meters, so it's like 30 feet.
30 feet.
It didn't start dropping out until I went into my daughter's bedroom.
Wow, that's amazing, and that's downstairs.
That's downstairs, so I mean, it gives tons of range around your house. You don't have to have your phone with you. You can put your phone down at your desk and go sit down at a chair and just put on Spotify and listen to wireless music, actually for 2 hours.
Yeah,
it's rated for 2 hours on the internal battery.
That's really cool. Now, what can you tell me about this super awesome looking, gasoline tank over here? it seems to come with a free keychain in the shape of a gasoline tank.
Well, it's called a fuel can micro USB. It's $25. It's a portable charger. You could fit it on a keychain, or the cool thing about this, you could stick it inside the little RBH pouch with the headphones and charge your headphones while you're at it. And this provides, each time you fill that fuel can, it provides 2.5 times the charge of the battery inside the headphones. So you could charge.
Wow.
You could charge at least twice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now they rate it at 500 charges, but that rating is 500 charges. It'll still guarantee 80% full charge.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, you could use this more than 500 times.
Wow. That's incredible. So basically, you can go from here to Europe and have some power.
Absolutely. I mean, that's the beauty of it. You could stick them in your pocket. You could charge it when you're taking your meal on the airplane.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So
Man,
it's
great stuff.
Portable audio. It's got, it has the tips we talked about, small, medium, large, to fit everybody's ears. And you could, customize the sound based on your preference there and what you want to do.
Awesome. What can you tell me about the price? What's the price on these guys?
$179 a pair for the headphones, free shipping, and then the little gas tank is another $25.
Ah, okay.
It comes with this really cool box. It's like a magnetic box. I first saw these with Impact Acoustics. We're doing that with their HDMI cable. So you don't want to discard this box. It's a nice.
No,
it's a really nice box.
Absolutely.
And I'm telling you, as far as wireless headphones, I haven't heard them all, but I'm going to just tell you that this is the best wireless headphone experience I've had.
That's a strong statement, because
Yeah.
you hate these things.
I'm not a big headphone fan in general, but I'm telling you right now, the next plane trip when we go to Cedia, these are going to be in my pocket.
Yeah. Well, be sure to get me an extra pair then.
I will, definitely.
Awesome. Well, Gene, thank you so much for enlightening us on this, and
please take out that song.
yeah.
You promised me, right? You promised me.
The song at the beginning?
Yeah.
Not happening, dude.
Oh my God.
You will need to, everything can be negotiated, of course. Everything has a price. I just don't think you're going to be willing to pay the price to take this off.
Oh my God. Well, guys, be kind on the comments below.
With that said, guys, subscribe to our channel. Also, click thumbs up if you like the video. And let us know what you thought about the video and Gene singing over here. It should be interesting.
Yeah.
Until next time, keep listening.
Ground control to Major Tom. Ground control to Major Tom. Put your 13 pills and put your helmet on.